If you've been scrolling on Pinterest, Instagram, or TikTok watching these beautiful girls rocking their curls in these gorgeous, luscious, defined wash and goes, wondering not only how they did it, but if you too can replicate it, the short answer is yes, you definitely can. Whether you have short hair, awkward length hair like myself, or long hair, as long as your hair is curly or coily, you too can do a wash and go. The long answer though is that it's going to take more than a few steps. I just started rocking my natural hair back in July of last year, and wash and goes have been my favorite style by far. Once I got the technique down, it was my go-to, and still is. So with that being said, I'm still a beginner, but I feel like I've learned so much, so if I can do it, you can definitely do it too. So I'm going to share my step-by-step in full detail, giving you the best guidance I possibly can on a beginner's friendly guide on how to do a perfect wash and go that is not just going to last for 1 day or 2 days, it's going to last for a full week. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into this.
Step 1, clean base. Wash and goes are a protective low tension style that can last up to a week and even longer. And just like any protective style like braids, faux locks, you need to start on a fresh base. The first step is getting a clean foundation. I always start with a pre-shampoo and oil treatment before my wash. This helps to really detangle the hair and prevent breakage and split ends. If there's 2 things you want to focus on, and I really want you to take away from this step, is 2 words: cleanse and moisturize the hair. Begin with a clarifying shampoo. I love this one by Uncle Frankie's because it cleanses the hair without stripping it of its natural moisture and leaving it clean but still soft. So I do 1 lather and wash and rinse of that, and then to bring back in some moisture, I use a moisturizing shampoo and conditioner. I personally love to work in smaller sections to go through this process: cleansing shampoo, moisturizing shampoo, and then a conditioner. Following up with a hydrating and moisturizing deep conditioning mask, I sit under a hooded dryer cap to add heat to the mask so it penetrates more and I can use it to its full benefit. I do this for 20 minutes before washing. Now let's get to the good stuff, the wash and go routine. I like to prep my workspace with all the tools and products, so here are the things you'll need: spray bottle with just water, not showcased here but 2 towels, silk ponytail, clips, these are going to be a lifesaver, a reliable and trusty detangling brush, leave-in conditioner, I love this one from Camille Rose. Next you'll need a curling gel, I love this one from The Dew, it's their Big Papa defining gel. And then lastly, a mousse. This one is also from The Dew and it's their Mousse Def Texture Foam. These are the brands and products that I use as someone with low porosity and a 4B to 4C hair type, but you can switch out the products for what you love and works better for your hair type. Just be careful when pairing products and brands together that may be different. Some don't mix well and can cause flaking once the hair is dried or just not react well together. First things first, you're going to want to section your hair into 4 different sections. Especially if you're a beginner, and even as you become more advanced, smaller sections will ensure you're getting each piece of hair defined and curled to perfection. Now is that time to grab that towel I mentioned earlier and pick a section. I personally love to start at the back, and then with that one section, I'm going to section that into 2 to 3 more sections. Again, working in smaller sections equals more defined curl. Now here is the sort of sandwiching method you're going to want to use with the different products. First, water. Lots and lots and lots of water. Even when you think you've sprayed enough water, you're going to go ahead and spray some more. Now, after you've drenched your hair in that water, it's time for your leave-in conditioner. One tip that I can say for this is use a little bit. Always start with a little and then go in with more if you need. I remember my first ever wash and go, I used a lot of leave-in conditioner and then the end result ended up flaking a lot. I found out that it was because I was using too much leave-in conditioner. So use a small amount and then build if you need more. Now you're going to want to go in with your brush and detangle your hair. Your curls are going to clump together so much more nicely and easily once you have your hair thoroughly combed through, and it's just going to be easier to work with once it's just nice and smooth. Now the third layer in our sandwiching method is going to be the mousse. I also don't like to go super heavy-handed on the mousse, especially since we're going to be layering some gel on top of that as well, so use a small to medium-sized amount and thoroughly work that through the hair. Now for the gel, I go in once with it to work it evenly throughout the hair, and then I go in with another layer of gel, but this time I'm not combing it through the hair and I'm just kind of smoothing it over the section before I start to do the shingling method. As you can see, just from smoothing in the gel alone, the hair and curls are already starting to kind of clump together, and that's exactly what we want. Now it's time to do the shingling method, which is essentially just smoothing and separating the hair. The easiest way I can describe this is to kind of form your hands in this claw-like form, as if you're like holding a ball, and you're gonna want to like claw through your hair very gently and separate each curl, but as you're separating it, you're also smoothing the curl. This took me a minute to get, so if this is confusing for you, that is okay. You're gonna hold a section of hair in one hand, and then you're gonna pull apart a smaller section with your other hand, and then rake through that smaller section in that claw-like hand form. Once you're done with that part, I like to section it off with the clip. This is just really good to kind of separate it from the rest of the hair so that it doesn't get in the way while you're kind of raking through the hair and doing that other section above it. Remember, water, leave-in conditioner, brush your hair through, some mousse, and then here's some other key things to remember as well. Not too much leave-in conditioner or mousse, but lots of water. And we're going to use 2 different layers of gel. The first layer is going to be to rake it in and smooth it in nice and evenly, and the a second layer is going to be to smooth it and then do the shingling method. Now for the shingling method, I'm holding the section of hair in one hand and then I'm pulling apart a smaller section from that piece with my other hand and then raking through that section in the claw-like kind of form with my hand. I really hope that's making sense. If not, ask me some more questions in the comment section and I'd be happy to help. Finishing up with clipping and sectioning off that section, and then we're moving on to the next part. Now you're just going to want to repeat all those steps and the sandwiching method over and over and over again until you've completed your entire head of hair. The next step is to diffuse your hair, and this topic is a little controversial in the curly hair community because some people like to air dry their hair and then some people like to diffuse their hair until it's completely dry. I am team blow dry your hair until it's completely dry, and that is exactly what we're gonna do now. You are gonna need a blow dryer, and the blow dryer also needs to be able to take a diffuser attachment. You are gonna wanna put the heat and intensity on level 2, and then you're gonna wanna hover the diffuser around your hair. You're not touching your hair with the diffuser, you're just kind of hovering around it and then flipping your head in different directions to make sure you're getting every single section. And you're gonna want to do this for a majority of the diffusing routine. You're pretty much going to do this until your hair is like 98 to 95% dry. Then finally, when your hair is 98% dry, you're going to bring that dryer down to level 1 of intensity and level 1 of the heat, and you're finally able to touch your hair with the diffuser. I like to go in different sections and making sure that the roots are dry. Now this last and final step is optional. I like to do it because it really just locks in the moisture to your hair to keep it moisturized throughout the week. Some people don't like to do it because this is technically going to be breaking your cast. A cast is formed once you've applied gel to your curls. It creates this kind of hardening layer of product around your curl, and this helps to keep it defined, prevent frizz, and extend the style throughout the week. But once you've gone in and added oil, it's essentially breaking that cast, so your curls won't be as defined. It may have a little bit of frizz, but it will be more moisturized, which is what's most important to me.
So it is officially day 2 of the wash and go, and this is what she's looking like. Literally just showered after taking a hot Pilates class, so the room was very much heated and I was very much working out, doing some cardio, so I've definitely got a little bit of frizz. My fault for doing a Pilates class on day 2 of my wash and go, so I'm dealing with some frizz, but honestly it gives some volume, so I'm not that mad about it. Yeah, this is day 2. The curls are definitely still very much defined, and I feel like I'm getting a little bit more volume here. Day 2, which I love. I love when my hair is at like day 6, day 5, and it's like a lot bigger and puffier. I still enjoy the first few days of the nice curly defined pieces, but I'm a girl that loves her volume, so I'm definitely looking forward to those days a little bit more. Anyways, I really hope you guys found some really great and helpful tips to get you guys to do your next wash and go, especially if this is your first time ever doing a wash and go. I want to let you know right now, it's gonna go better than you think. The first time I did my wash and go, I was so nervous, so worried that I was gonna look stupid and that my hair was gonna have all this product and gel and I would have to make it last for a week and that I would look ridiculous, and that wasn't the case. When I did my first section, I was like, wow, I didn't even know my curls could curl like that. And then the first week rocking it, I truly felt, I never felt more like myself than I did in that week. Wearing my natural hair, wearing my fro, doing a wash and go, it truly changes how you feel on the inside, how you look on the outside. I feel like you glow differently. Being natural is honestly just the best, and I love it. I've been doing it since July, and as you guys can see, I'm out here making videos about it, so clearly my journey worked and I want it to work for you guys. So please take this video and try your first wash and go and let me know how it goes. If you guys post about it on your story, social media, anywhere, tag me. I want to see how it's going and how it turned out. And yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.